Shalom. I want to begin a lesson off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Raha Kodash. Double blessing and honor to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone who taught me this truth through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace and salutations to the brothers out there pushing this truth, the Akim, as well as you few sisters out there listening and learning, the Akwat. To you also, I say Shalom. It is your brother, Chatzazagabar, back with another lesson through the Spirit. I want to play a clip for you all that came across my feed earlier today concerning World War III and nuclear warfare. With that being said, this video is not monetized. I'm not making any type of money off of it or any monetary gain. This is for educational purposes only. So YouTube, please do not strike this video down. Now, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and play the clip for y'all, pull out some precepts and scriptures through the Spirit, and Lord willing, it be an edifying lesson to those out there listening and watching.
And then the mega fires begin. Each nuclear weapon will have, according to the Defense Department, a mega fire that will burn between 100 and 300 square miles. So 1,000 weapons, think about those mega fires. Everything is burning. Forests, cities. Think about the pyrotoxins in all the cities, high-rises burning. And all of this soot gets lofted into the air. Some 300 billion pounds of soot. And what happens? It blocks out the sun. And without sun, we have nuclear winter. Ice sheets form. You're talking about bodies of water in places like Iowa being frozen for 10 years. Temperature plummets. The bottom line is agriculture fails.
So there's no food, there's no sun, temperature drops completely, no electricity.
And we haven't even spoken of radiation poisoning. The radiation poisoning kills many people in the aftermath of the nuclear exchange. After the sun starts to come back, let's say 8, 9, 10 years, now you have no ozone layer. The sun's rays are now poisonous, so you have people living underground. 66 million years ago, an asteroid hit Earth, killed all the dinosaurs, and wiped out 70% of the species. And nuclear war would likely do the same. Here we are talking about this because there is a difference. There's nothing you can do about an asteroid, but there is something you can do about a nuclear war.
So she has some good points. She did go off, though. The Earth is not no damn 66, whatever she said, billion. Yeah, 66 million years old, and there will be nothing after the nuclear destruction. Well, there is going to be something after the nuclear destruction. We're going to be in the kingdom of heaven. But I'm more so focused on the points that she made in the beginning of what she was saying. I want to go to the book of Jeremiah, the 50th verse. In verse 9, it says, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country." These countries, right, consisting of Russia, and really all of the countries around the world, but the BRICS nation countries, right, Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, right, really Russia and China are the forefront of the BRICS nations that are going to come up against America along with their allies to destroy this place through nuclear warfare. It says, "And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows," which those arrows are ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles, which is what this lady's talking about. "Their arrows shall be as of Salakia. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord Yahweh." Those missiles that they have with America's name written on them have pinpoint accuracy. They're very, very accurate. That's what that means when it says the arrows that are going to be shot as a mighty expert man, right? Like it says in the scriptures, man, the Lord declared the end from the beginning. So all of these things that are playing out now on the earth were already planned to happen from the beginning.
And then the megafires begin. Each nuclear weapon will have, according to the Defense Department, a megafire that will burn between 100 and 300 square miles. So 1,000 weapons, think about those megafires. Everything is burning. Forests, cities. Think about the pyrotoxins in all the cities, high-rises burning. And all of this soot gets lofted into...
You get hit with one of those, your body's going to literally evaporate. You're just going to instantly perish.
The air. Some 300 billion pounds of soot. And what happens? It blocks out the sun. And without sun, we have nuclear winter. Ice.
So, I'm going to go ahead and get this. Revelation chapter 6 and verse 12, it says, "And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, which when those bombs get dropped, those nuclear warheads start going off, you're going to feel like the whole earth is shaking. And the sun became black as sackcloth of hair," which is what she's talking about. "And the moon became as blood." It's going to be so much smoke and stuff like that. And in the air, it's going to be dark, very dark to where you can't even see the sun. That's how we know that's the return of Yahweh Shai. That verse 12 is symbolic in his return, according to the book of Matthew 24 and other chapters. "And the stars of heaven fell onto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs." So those arrows are going to seem like they're shooting stars almost, quote unquote. And when a fig falls from a fig tree, it makes a very loud noise. When she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. And every mountain and island were moved out of their places. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, like that lady said.
Form. You're talking about 10 years.
There's no food, there's no sun. Temperature drops completely, no electricity.
And we haven't even spoken of radiation poisoning. The radiation of the nuclear exchange. After the sun starts to come back, let's say 8, 9, 10 years.
See, that's not going to happen. That's just where she starts going off. It's not going to be 8, 9, 10 years after. Y'all are going to be in continual employment. So you don't have to worry about that.
Now you have no ozone layer. The sun's rays are now poisonous. So you have people living underground.
Yeah, this is why I was talking about the underground part.
So you have people living underground. 66 million years ago.
They think this is going to go out like how Fallout is. Or like how the book of Eli was, quote unquote. But you definitely have people who are already hiding in fallout shelters and bunkers and stuff like that. That's what this verse is talking about. When it says, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, because they have, I've done a lesson on this before as well, but they have whole, not nuclear, but they have whole cities underground. They have cities underground, cities in mountains. Like, that's what I meant, like systems and stuff like that in mountains. Places where they can hide. And said to the mountains and rocks, that's just a way of them trying to escape their judgment. Like I said, go read Amos 9, because the Lord has something that you can't, like the brother Shaquat says, you can't finesse the finesser, man. You cannot finesse the Lord, the one who invented it, right? So all of the different things you've thought of, the Lord already knows that you're going to try and do it, and he has a consequence for that. He has a way to get you. So there is no, the wicked don't have a way out. This is just what I'm going to say. As it says, the same shall know it through death by pain, roughly paraphrasing, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb, Yahushua, because Yahushua comes back, he's going to be a super being. Super being. You not fucking with Yahushua. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Right? No one. Let me get something to back that up though first before I go to that. Second Ezra, the 16th chapter, in the first verse, it says, let me get this on the DNT, matter of fact. Babylonia, Asia, Egypt, interior, you are doomed. Put on your clothes of mourning, your sackcloth and goat's hair. Cry and wail for your children, because the time of your destruction is near. I'm sending war on you, and no one can stop it. I am sending fire on you, and no one can put it out. I am sending disasters on you, and no one can stop them from coming. Can anyone stop a hungry lion in the forest, or put out a fire that is burning in straw, or turn back an arrow shot by a strong archer? Nope. When the Lord God sends disaster, no one can hold it back. No one can escape the blazing anger of the Lord. When he sends lightning, no one can keep from trembling, and when it thunders, everyone is afraid. When the Lord makes his threats, no one can keep from falling to the ground in his presence. The foundations of the earth tremble. There is violent turning in the deepest part of the sea. Even the creatures in the sea are in turmoil when the Lord makes his glorious power felt. He is like a mighty archer whose strong right arm bends the bow. His arrows are sharp and never miss their mark once they are shot out toward any part of the earth. He has already sent out his disasters toward the earth, and they will not miss their target. The fire has been lit, and it cannot be put out until it burns up the foundations of the earth. The disasters are on their way toward the earth, and like an arrow shot by a strong archer, they cannot be turned back. That's the judgment that the Lord has coming for the wicked of the earth. And more importantly, Babylon the Great. There are only going to be two places that's going to feel this wrath the most, and that is America and Israel. Right? Joel, the 3rd chapter. The land of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh judges. The Lord's going to lay this land desolate to where it's never going to be inhabited again. And it's going to be out of remembrance. He says, Revelation 19 and 18, that ye may eat the flesh of kings, and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. And I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. That's talking about Yahushua. Because in the midst of this nuclear warfare, Yahushua and the angels are going to return to come and capture the 144,000 elect mighty men and the 1/3, so we can receive salvation and not be in the midst of this war. And they're going to stop, and they're going to join in battle together and try and fight the angels of heaven's armies. And they're going to sorely lose. That's in the book of Revelation, the 12th chapter. It's also in the book of, I want to say Daniel 7. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet, which is the Roman Catholic Church, that wrought miracles before him. The beast is, of course, the revived Roman Empire, which we live in right now, the EU, NATO, America, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. Salaki. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. We're coming upon the second death. The first one was the flood with Noe. The second one is going to be the lake of fire and brimstone. Whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. The only people that are written in the, let me read up, Salaki, who are written in the book are the Lord's elect. It says, Revelation 20:9, and they went up on the breadth of the earth, encompassed the camp of the saints about, which is the Israelites, and the beloved city, and fire came down from the Most High out of heaven and devoured them. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God, and the books were open, and another book was open, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the book, according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them, which hell is not a place. And they were judged every man according to their works. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. This place is going to be, the Lord's going to lay the land desolate, man. So like, Isaiah 13:9. Behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. The accuser of his brethren. They're Lord about to this. A speedy riddance, man. A speedy riddance. So like it. Trying to make sure I didn't misspeak. I just say, oh my heaven. It's not Daniel 7, it's Daniel 10. Is it Daniel 10? So like I was thinking about Daniel 12 and Revelation 12. There we go. Nonetheless though, Lord willing we be at that number. We'll be in a chariot watching down on the destruction of this place and not be in the midst of it. So I just want to come at y'all with some quick and Lord willing edifying. That being said, close it off there. Give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kodash. Double blessing and honor to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone who taught me this truth through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And until next time, I say Shalom, Israel. Shalom. And as always, we're one day closer to the kingdom, man. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Shalom, Israel.